Good evening, friends. Today we have Samir Wankhede with us. I'll just let him join us. 1 second. Hold on. Welcome, Samirji.
Hi, Meenaji. How are you?
Fine, thank you, sir. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing
Uh,
good.
it's very difficult to get Samir online, and it is a privilege when he does, agree to come online. So thank you for that, Samirji.
Thank you very much. Thanks a lot,
Yeah.
Meenaji.
So before I start, I would like to tell you viewers that there was a young boy called Akash Popalghat actually met Samirji, and he wrote a beautiful tweet in Twitter, which I would like to read out if you don't mind, Samirji.
Man, absolutely. You can go ahead. He's a
Yeah.
brilliant
So
guy.
so Akash has written about Samir. It's definitely something to be grateful for that India has such an incredible IRS officer like Samir Wankhede sir. I had the privilege of spending time with him. It's always inspiring to hear about people who are making a positive impact in the world. And Samir Wankhede sir is no exception. It's amazing to see the level of dedication and passion that he brings to his work, and the impact that he's had on the lives of so many people is truly remarkable. It's clear that he's not only a true leader in this field, but also a wonderful human being who has touched the lives of so many people. It's a great privilege to have someone like him working so hard to make a difference in India. His unwavering commitment to his work is truly admirable, and it's a testament to the kind of person he is. It's amazing to see how much of an impact one person can have when they're truly passionate about what they do. And it's clear that Samir Wankhede sir is making a huge difference in the lives of so many people. Hearing about his work and his dedication to making the world a better place is truly inspiring. And it's great that you are left feeling so motivated to make a difference in your own life. It's important to remember that we all have the power to make a positive impact in the world, no matter how big or small. Thank you for sharing your experience and for reminding us all of the incredible work that people like Samir Wankhede sir are doing every day to make the world a better place. I was struck by his passion, his energy, and his unwavering commitment to his work. And I left feeling truly inspired and motivated to make a difference in my own life. Thank you, Samir Wankhede sir, for all that you do. Akash Popalghat. So that's a
He
brilliant.
was very he was very generous to use such kind of words for me. In any case, by the way, he is a world record holder
Oh,
for the winning the number of Olympiads, and he
okay.
is a person who has entered MIT,
Okay.
Massachusetts Institute of Technology,
Oh, brilliant.
and from a very rural background, and
Yeah.
he has done wonders. A brilliant
Yeah.
child prodigy kind of a thing.
Yeah. So, but what Sabiji, what he says is not surprising because see, we've been watching you very carefully. We meaning people in public have been watching the way you've been working, and we followed the way your dedication and passion, and the fact that you are a one-man army. When it comes to fighting forces that are not that have not been fair to you. So it's each and every word that he says rings true because the moment I said that Samiji is coming live, I mean I've been receiving so many messages and continuously the chat line is on. So really thanks to you, and not only that, see we what we pray for is that you have more power, energy, and God is with you always in what you are doing.
See,
Now I
Meenaji,
just
it is. I'll just interrupt you. Apologies for that. It is only for people like you and the other people who are having good wishes, and due to those good wishes only, I'm having the power and will to fight the wrong people out here. And I'm sure about it. God is there, and wishes of people like you are there, and we will definitely win against these people. You
yeah.
people make me go stronger and go march ahead. So it's
Yeah.
nothing like one man army. It's army of all nationalist people and all god fearing and positive people around me.
Yeah. Samir, you see, it is a fact that see when the common man who's we are talking now about the middle class person, when he looks at people who are in power, they hope that they will be straightforward and work towards the betterment of the public, you know, and it is only when they don't do that that we are upset. And when we see people like you walking forward with so much of dedication, that is what we want inspires us. Look at this young boy, the way he's inspired in doing so much more. So even if you meet only one or two people, that same person will inspire 10 or 20 people more. So, viewers,
Very true.
one thing I've noticed about Samir is that he's not only a person who's working very hard, he's also making it a point to reach out to your society, and to make them aware that how important patriotism and working for your country is important. So, in a PowerPoint, I just wanted to start off with this. The first image is that of Samir ji's father on a scooter. See, this is his background. This is a kind of background that he comes from. A person who was an upright police officer, and look at see, they did not have any of the frills that we have today. So you can make out that. See, here's another image of him. And then, of course, most important, more than the father, is the mother. you know and look at the mother. I mean, see, the kind of you can make out from her dedication side that whatever Samiji has spoken about her is all showing in her face. She did a lot of charity work, and that's what inspired Samir, and that's Samir as a child. So it's all this that collectively make up a human being, the influences that he grows up in. And when he gets a position, he fulfills it to 100%. So these are some things that you really admire in Samir. And if you can see the kind of so many society events that he's been attending continuously, and this is despite the fact that he's working continuously. These are the people who are honoring him. So many he goes and he inaugurates Guru. Where you have this. I think this is a Kalakshetra or
Yeah,
where.
Kalari Payat.
Yes,
This is
Gallery Pike.
the
Yes, yes.
indigenous form of martial arts, Indianized
Yes.
form of martial arts, which I'm trying
Yeah.
to promote.
Yeah. And Samirji, this is
This is a Vichar Manch basically, which has been, like-minded people. They have formed a Vichar Manch
okay.
where we are working for the underprivileged people in the field of education, where
Okay.
I'm trying to, encourage youngsters, especially economical backward people who don't have resources, to
Okay.
enter police services, UPSC, MPSC, and other forms of this.
Oh,
Apart from
brilliant.
that, also we'll be trying to expand this to giving medical charity kind of thing. So that is
Oh,
the second phase what I'm trying to do.
oh, that's great. And then here also you are seen you being, honored.
Yeah, these are some kind of people who are I would rather say as nationalist,
Yeah.
राष्ट्रवादी लोग जो
Hmm.
देश से प्यार करते हैं.
Ah,
So I would like to call them these kind of people. They come and they meet, they interact. I would like to talk to them regarding the general topic, what is happening, and all those things.
yeah. And here you're paying tribute to the greatest hero that Maharashtra has produced.
Yes,
Maharaj
absolutely.
Shivaji.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. So basically, see, Meena ji, what my basically my plan of action is, I get myself associated with the people who are, having only nationalism in their mind.
Yes.
So
Yes.
these are those people. Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj was, we celebrated his Rajyabhishek on 350th year of his
Yes.
Rajyabhishek.
Yes.
So there also we spoke about nationalism, we spoke about patriotism, and try to inspire the youngsters
Yes.
in that way.
And this one, can you just tell us,
Yeah,
Samir?
this was he is a very senior person who's associated with the RSS,
Yes.
and a nationalist kind of person known as Baba Adate,
Ah,
and he has been working selflessly all throughout his life for the RSS and the downtrodden people in
okay.
the rural areas, and
Okay.
he is a Padma Shri winner. So
Oh,
basically, I am too small for awarding him. So fortunately, because people little bit love me, for that reason they had invited me to felicitate Adateji.
For the public, it is only like they're seeing two heroes, and of course, your
Yeah,
lovely wife is
I am
also
not a
there.
hero, Meenaji. Again and again, I tell you, I'm a very small person,
Yeah.
a very small government of India's worker, nothing more.
Yeah, yeah. So, Samir ji, see, whenever you go for such functions, see, what is it that makes you, you have your usual work timing, and when you go for this, what is it that motivates you to move around and do this kind of work?
See, Meenaji, what happens is, as you know, I'm serving as additional commissioner in Chennai, and to the sadness, to add the sadness of my detractors and my people who criticize me, I'm not suspended yet. I'm still serving government of India. Lot
Ah,
many people, I see on the social media, some kind of paid media and Godi media, they talk Samir Wankhede is suspended and all those things, but sad for them, I'm still serving my mother India.
yeah, yeah,
And what happens is I'm during my weekdays when I'm on duty, so
yeah.
that doesn't permit me time, and for that reason only I requested you to change the time schedule to 8
Yes,
p.m. in the
yes,
evening.
yes.
And
Absolutely.
secondly, whenever I'm back to Mumbai on my weekends or my holidays, so that is the time where I would like to spend on basically four issues on which I'm working.
Yeah.
Number one is I'm working on anti-drug movement,
Yes.
which not necessary you need to wear a uniform to
Yeah.
spread that.
Mm.
That is the thing which is hitting our country very badly. So
Yes. Yes.
that being
Absolutely.
Samir Wankide, being a normal Indian citizen, I try to interact with youngsters, with parents. So that is number one issue I'm trying to spread. Secondly, I'm working with women child orphans.
Yes.
So that is one field I'm working, and I'm associated with Sindhutai Sakpal Bal Anath
Oh.
Ashram.
Okay.
So that
Okay.
is based out of Pune, and Sindhutai Sakpal, as everybody knows, she's a Padma Shri. She was a Padma Shri, and
Yeah.
unfortunately she passed away last year.
Yeah.
So that legacy, we are trying to continue that legacy of mine. So
Yes.
that I'm trying to do, espousing the cause of especially women child orphans.
Yeah.
Then the issue I'm working on is the UPSC and MPSC for downtrodden. The backward people, economic backward, scheduled tribe and
Okay.
scheduled caste, where who don't have any money
Mm.
basically for purchasing books. They don't have any money for guidance. So there I try to go to rural hinterlands and try to espouse, teach them free of cost.
Yeah.
So that I try to do.
Yeah.
And after that, the fourth issue what I'm taking is the blood donation and organ donation issue,
Mm.
which has been espoused by our honorable prime minister. And due to lot many inhibitions,
Yeah.
people are scared to give blood and organ. So
Yes.
in order to remove that inhibitions, I have pledged my organ.
Yeah.
You need to better do it rather than doing paying lip
Yes.
service. So I have
Absolutely.
donated my entire organ basically,
Mm. Mm.
and I see to it that every 3 months I go to camp, I keep camps, and I myself give blood so that other people give it. It's just not doing lip service. You give
Yes.
blood, then you talk. So
Yeah.
these are the four issues, continuously I try to do during my holidays and when
Yeah.
I'm off.
Yes.
So that it is I'm trying to do.
Yeah. Samiji, see, they always say that, see, whenever, see, the way you have been attacked, I don't think anybody has been attacked in this manner and by the most corrupt politicians and who have just tried to save their own relatives and, save their own skin. Usually what happens is, like my mother used to always say, my mother and father used to always say that, see, let them attack you. You take out your revenge by doing good work. Okay, the more you are seen in public, the more you are doing good work. That is your sweet revenge, on the people who are your basically your enemies. And that's exactly what you're doing. You're not even bothered about hitting back or
No,
being
no,
nasty to
absolutely. I'm
anybody.
not bothered about those people. I enjoy
Yes.
them.
Yeah.
I enjoy them. That's entertainment for me.
Yes.
So I don't
Absolutely.
bother about them. And
Yeah.
regarding these kind of people who talk ill, who put allegations, I'm a history student and a law graduate.
Yes.
So I've been following history very, and especially I'm very much interested in mythology also.
Yeah.
So when we are very small mortals, when Lord Ram was, allegations was put on him, our mother Sita,
Yes.
allegations were put on him, on her. Forget about, they are the gods. Then our another god Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. We are just specks in front of him. We are very tiny people in front of him. And when allegations, the detractors, the loose cannons,
Yeah.
when they put allegations on Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj,
Yeah.
and he had to prove his, lineage, calling Gaga Bhatt from Varanasi to prove his lineage before his Raj Abhishek. So I am a very small, lesser mortal. When
Yeah.
those gods face such kind of allegations, I don't bother about it. As I told
Yes.
you, this is an entertainment for me. People watch
Yes.
movies, people read books. For me, it is an entertainment, whatever they say.
So, Sabiji, see, when you, as you walk the talk, a lot of the people, especially politicians, they use the name of Shivaji Maharaj, for winning votes and various things. Why do they do that? Because the moment they get a position, they stop doing anything in the interest of the public. What is the reason for that? I mean, see, you have to be very thick-skinned if you are not, doing anything for a person. See, you have started doing so many things for society that you feel is your duty. Why is this sense of
See,
duty
Meenaji,
not there?
through your the show or channel, I would just like to convey one or two things.
Yes.
For me, people started following, or people started covering. It is not, I'm not interested in those things, but
Yeah.
people started covering me and reporting about me after, especially after the Sushant Singh case.
Yes. Yes.
And before that, I was working in some different capacity where people didn't know who I am and what I'm doing. Okay. So there also, whenever I used to go, I used to visit, I used to do lot many things like this in my personal life, which is not necessary. You take a loudspeaker and just try to tom about your achievements and all those things, and people are not bothered about it because nobody knew. So that the same thing I'm carrying on right now. So people are writing about it, fortunately or unfortunately. Secondly, also, now since last year I've opened my social media accounts.
Yeah.
Earlier I never had that, and
Yeah.
that too due to compulsion I opened it, because I
Yeah.
saw lot many fake accounts were opened. One fake account
Yes.
was having
Yes.
25,000 followers. One
Yeah.
fake account was just talking like that, I'm rating this place, that place. So for that reason I have to open my real account.
Mm.
Okay, this is the real account, don't follow the other accounts. And to stop the mongering, rumor mongering, and wrong
Yes.
things going
Yes.
on. So people started covering now, but these kind of issues what I'm talking about I should do since last 15, 20
Yes.
years.
Yes. This is not something new to you.
Something, not absolutely nothing new.
Yeah.
And I don't
Yeah.
need to be a good man or a
Mm.
good person by taking a loudspeaker and tom-tomming about it. It's a thing
Yeah.
which everybody has to do, and not
Absolutely.
necessarily have to wear uniform to do my good job. I
Yeah.
can be a normal, just like we all are, a normal person, normal guy doing the job, which is expected out of everybody.
Yeah. So here, I want to mention something which, Samiju, you need not comment. This is just something is my observation, and this is for the viewers. See, viewers, when I saw some of the WhatsApp chats between Samir ji and Shah Rukh Khan, you know, I was looking at the response from Samir ji's side. Okay, and I was so the polite way in which he said that, see, even to someone who's made a mistake, the way Samirji has responded to them, that itself is so admirable. And this is the kind of person he is. He's never made fun even of his enemy. Okay, where whenever they have attacked him, he has only put the facts forth. Whatever he has done, he has just put the facts forth. Whatever he has done, it is only his duty that he has done. And whatever he has done, according to all of us in public, what we have been reading is that he has only listened to his seniors. So that is the kind of dedicated officer that he is. And apparently, from what we are hearing, it is that Samirji is doing a wonderful job down south, and everybody is talking about the way he is working, but he never opens his mouth and says, blows his own trumpet. He does not do that. What he does is that silently he works, and proves his merit. And I hope that the people who really matter listen, and see what he is doing, because ultimately we want such people to be honored, not the people who come with selfies and with their own paid interviews and all that. We do not want such people to, especially to make our next generation inspired. We need people like Samir. So, Samiji, see, another thing that I wanted to ask you is that, see, since you were earlier in the narcotics field, what is happening in USA? USA has really plunged into the drug addiction scene, and recent sightings of cocaine in the White House shows the gravity of the problem. It can destroy that nation, and a similar thing is happening in India. Do you think we could have strict laws like in Singapore? Could you, I want you to give this question a lot of gravity, because we are really facing a problem, and a lot of deaths are happening in places like Kerala, and especially in the film where drug has become very very common.
Starting with your comments, Meena ji, see, the matter is sub judice, and I have made a statement in the Honorable High Court.
Yeah,
I will not comment anything about the case
yeah,
because I don't know. Some
absolutely.
people are scared. Okay, he
Yeah,
talks the truth, so it's not likable to some people. And I, with utmost respect to the Honorable High Court, and because of the judiciary, only people
yes,
like us, normal people like us, are surviving, and we have utmost trust on them. So I would not like to comment anything on
absolutely.
the case
Yeah,
because I've given an undertaking and I have to respect the honorable court. You
yeah,
know.
yeah,
Coming to your second point regarding the drug issues in India and in US. See, one thing we need to understand that US has always been near the epicenter of narcotics trade. Everybody knows about Mexican cartel. Everybody knows about the Colombian deadly Colombian cartel, and everybody knows about the manufacturing of cocaine in such kind of banana republics, which were going on, deadly cartels and organized crime syndicates. And there also there is a lot of manufacturing of cocaine which is going on. Apart from that, also there is a very dangerous trend which we see, which I would like to express through your channel to create an
yes,
awareness. There is a drug called as fentanyl.
yes,
So fentanyl basically is a hot item in US and in Mexico basically. So the scheme works like that. It is unfortunately being manufactured in countries like China and India.
okay,
And but India, we are agencies like DRI and other police agencies are very capable of cracking them.
yeah,
Already we have done lot many seizures. We had done lot many seizures when I was in DRI and in NCB. And Mumbai police had also done very very good seizure of beautiful seizure of 1,000 kgs of fentanyl. So we are doing a job, yes, but this fentanyl is basically 50 times more dangerous than cocaine, and this is being exported to US and after that to Mexico to these organized crime syndicates, where it is being mixed with cocaine, and it is said it is 50 times more deadlier than cocaine. So
yeah,
yes, that is a problem which is going on, and I'm sure the the agencies under Honorable Modi ji, they are very capable of handling this kind of thing, and continuously seizures are happening all over. The only thing is that it is not being reported because it as you know very well, it doesn't have any kind of celebrity value, where the
yes,
papers and the paid medias and the goody medias, what people call them as, to carry these kind of news.
yeah.
So yes, the agencies are working silently and they are continuously making seizures, which not necessary is being spread to the people.
Yeah, absolutely. What you said is so true, Samiji, because see, recently a new movie, American movie has come out called Sound of Freedom. And this is about child trafficking. And they have taken it
Okay.
very seriously. The same actor who has acted in Passion of Christ, Mel Gibson's movie, he is the one who's acting in it. And they are, speaking to everybody, please watch the movie so that you are aware and you can spread the message. And what is happening is Hollywood is keeping silent, because that is where all this mischief is happening, and all the the celebrities are keeping quiet. Instead of promoting something that is so evil, they are keeping silent about it, and the producer and the actor are spreading message, please do this. Same thing, Samirji, with movies that we have been recently seeing, like the Kerala Story, and so many other movies where exposure of evil, whatever is happening in India, is coming out. But what happens, as you say, they do not have celebrity power. So what happens is they do not become so successful. Luckily, Kerala Story, because of word of mouth, has really made crows, and which has made other movie makers really shocked, because they're spending so much money and their movies are all flopping. Now, Samiji, see, another area what in with regards to drugs. what I wanted to ask you is that, see, what is your advice to families? A lot of the families say that, see, under peer pressure, it is usually that their children take to drugs. So how what would be your advice to parents, who want to who may be working, because today nobody can survive without both the parents working. So what is your advice to parents, of such children?
See, first thing we need to understand, and first we need to decide what kind of generation we require. Do we want a druggy generation? What kind of nation we want? What kind of youth we want? So, do we want a 30% population just lying down here and there, completely addicted? The way this menace is growing in urban cities, in metropolitan like Delhi, Bombay, Mumbai, then after that Bangalore, Bangalore, and Chennai. So, do we want such kind of druggy, youth? No, I don't think so. So, the parents should also have a retrospect. They should have a complete monitoring of the kid as far as what his lifestyle is, and especially in the teenage time when the people are very much gullible, the kids are very gullible. And you
Yes,
rightly said last time also we had discussed regarding the peer pressure. So I
yes,
would like to request the parents kindly have a check on their expenditure, what expenditure they do, what kind of friends they have, what is their internet activity, what exactly are they doing, are they going to dark web, are they installing tor, are they using some kind of things called as bitcoin, what are their friends, what time they come home, what time they go, what is their appetite, what is their sleep patterns. So these things need to be taken very strictly. Nowadays I'm just seeing the kind of culture which is going on, the shisha and the hookah culture, which is a
yes,
precursor to drug addiction. Some kind of herbal tobacco and herbal shisha and all those things are going on.
yeah,
But personally, if you ask me, as a personal normal citizen of the country, these things are spoilers and a precursor to the drug addictions. Once the person does all these things, then nothing stops him from trying drugs also.
yeah,
Then there is something called as e-cigarettes also, which are going on.
yeah,
So in fact, I've counted parents also which are not having any issues with children smoking through e-cigarettes.
yes,
So again, that is a very bad kind of thing. E-cigarettes are completely prohibited in the country for importations. We get it across all the illegal markets,
yes,
but we are trying to, the agencies are trying to check on it. But we need to really shishas and e-cigarettes. We need to, try to stop it or discourage it completely. Then comes in the drug addiction and all those things.
Samirji, what is the reason why our children take easily to bad habits? You know, while inculcating good habits, is very slow, or they are reluctant, though they may come from a good background. They
See,
are,
it's a human nature, Meenaji. It's human
yeah,
nature. Men, women, whatever, children, human beings. So they are, it is addiction wise. They are more vulnerable and addicted toward vice. If we
yeah,
tell not to touch, you see the history of Adam and Eve also, the forbidden apple. So it's ingrained in our, the genes, what we call it. So we are attracted more towards the vices. God has the Almighty has given us brains. What is right and
yes,
wrong? So
yes,
we should basically use that what exactly is there. Coming to the children, as I said, they are very gullible. Formation stage of their personality and their lives. So there also peer pressure is there. There is a lot of kind of influence of the social media on the children.
mm,
Lot many apps are there. Lot many social platforms are there where smoking and such kind of addictions are very cool.
yes,
They
yes,
want to emulate such kind of fake influencers,
mm,
their gaudy lifestyles, fake lifestyles. They want to do all those things. They go to the colleges again. They wanted to get themselves accepted in a certain kind of groups. For that reason, they start consuming drugs to be accepted in some kind of groups. Apart from that, also I would request the social media, also the OTT platforms, also there such kind of vices are openly advocated without
yes,
any checks and balances. So they kind of glorify these gangsters, these lords, these drug lords. And in fact, myself, as a law enforcement agency officer, somebody had suggested to see me to see one series. I would not like to encourage and name that series,
yeah, yeah,
but they are trying to immortalize or worship that kind of a gang lord. You're
yes,
trying to have
yes,
a sympathy towards that gang lord. So
yeah,
people want to live this kind of lifestyle. So we
absolutely.
should not try to encourage this kind of things.
Yeah. In fact, what you said is so true, because if you look at OTT platforms, whether it is American movies or other movies, they are showing content where using weed casually is okay. So they'll say that husband or wife, they go for a party and they'll say that, see, let's celebrate, and I have weed in my car, which my son gave me. So how old is your son? Your son is 14 years old. You see, so this kind of habits are being normalized through OTT.
See, we should first thing look at our culture. We should not whatever the other people do, not necessary we should do the
Exactly.
same thing.
Yeah.
People ask me regarding legalization and all these kind of things. I'm a too small person to give answers on policies and all those things, but my personal view, you know what is the population of a country? First thing we need to know that. Can we compare ourselves with Netherlands? Can we compare ourselves with Canada? What is our population?
Yeah.
Secondly, can we afford legalizing these things? What about abuse? So,
Mm,
if the country, if the 30% of people get habituated to these things,
mm,
can we control it?
mm.
So, these things we need to answer. There the population is very minuscule. They
Yes.
have designated places to consume. They have everything in checks and balances. The supply
Yeah.
chain is very much checks and balances. So
Yes.
we being a very big population, fortunately youth population is there. Can we afford doing all these things? Can we afford a 30% of our youth, which is kind of 40 crore of youth, be exposed to such kind of drugs? Can we afford
Mm,
doing that?
yeah.
And then we should really have a retrospection to ourselves rather than talking about these things.
Yeah. See, Saviji, see another thing, when we teach our children, to follow morals and values. See, we show people who are people who can be emulated. Now, in your case, I find that there's a very big negative society, and by which I mean there is media, there's PR, there are so many people working against you, and even things which you have not said or done is being highlighted. So what is this kind of trend that we are seeing? I mean, I find it shocking, because see, you've not done any of these things, but they are finding a sort of sadism in bringing this out and trying to project you as a different kind of personality.
See, people as said they enjoy negativity. They want some such kind of negativity. There are some people who are working on uh, you know TRPs kind of thing. Good for them, my wishes to them. And but still, I'm not really bothered about them, because the kind of love what I witness from ordinary people, from normal citizens like me, so
Yeah,
that is unmatchable to the kind of criticism what I face. So
absolutely.
just look at the example right now.
Yeah,
Rashtrabhakt and Deshbhakt people like you,
yeah,
still we are having an interaction. There are a lot
yes,
of people who still believe in judiciary, who still believe in the right cause of action, and
yes,
still we are talking to each other, discussing things. So
yes,
let them spoil my name more. My best wishes to them. And
yeah.
in any case, see, because of me, if they are, दो रोटियां जो कहते हैं कि उनके पेट में दो रोटियां जाती है because of criticizing me, I'm more
Yeah.
than happy.
Also, in old times, poets like Kabir Das would say that, see, you should give a house to such people to live near you, so that the more they criticize you, all your sins will be washed away.
100% bilkul. See, I have been fortunately, as I said to you initially, I completely trust in a judicial system. Fortunately,
Yes,
it is a
yes,
very robust system, and we
yes.
are very fortunate to have such kind of a beautiful judiciary system in our
Mm,
country.
mm,
So, as stated earlier, भी मेरे पर आरोप लगे थे, dirty आरोप लगे थे, and fortunately, I came out of it.
yeah,
The honorable courts, protected or gave the right verdict. So same thing will happen here also, I'm sure.
yeah, absolutely. Zoya is saying there is in the US, we hear about crazy stuff people do to get high. Put Nyquil cough syrup on bread and eat it, for example. Some of these regular syrups now in some places need ID to purchase. So this is another area also, Samirji, where they get
See,
addicted
this
to.
is not only in US. This is also very much prevalent in our country.
Yeah,
I would not like to name the
yeah.
syrup. I would not
Mm,
like to name the ointment, basically,
mm, mm.
which are used to put on the bread and children eat it.
Okay,
And that
okay.
too, that is a very cheap form of drug. They
Okay.
cannot afford cocaine, they cannot afford MD, hydroponic weed, LSD, and all those kind of drugs. So the cheapest form is buy that ointment from the medical store where no prescription is required. Get
Yeah.
a packet of bread, put it and have it. And it
Yeah.
is having some kind of narcotics and psychotropic elements, legal elements in it, which is sadly being abused in a wrong form. So that is very much
Absolutely.
prevalent in the country also. Then
Yeah.
there are, I've seen street children using thinners, which are put on the paper plots and inhaled. So that
Yeah.
will also give them a high.
Yes.
So
Yes.
and unfortunately these things are not included in the NDPS Act. So which becomes more difficult for the NDPS enforcing law enforcement agencies to act upon it.
Yeah.
But we need to work a lot, on this field, and I hope the agencies work, and I'm sure they'll be working.
Sabiji, I don't know whether you can answer this question, but it's something that we've been watching the way you work, and this question has always been on my mind. See, whenever you get a sort of a clue, as to some drugs being found somewhere with some people, the moment you get that information, how do you react, and how do you go on that with
See,
your
there
team?
is a legal procedure. What happens is you have to
Hmm.
record the information in writing.
Yes,
After that, the officer who is receiving the information has to take permission from his boss within a
yes,
stipulated time.
yes, yes,
And if it is immediate, then you have to, doing these things in the shortest time, you have to strike.
yes. Yeah.
If the information you have time to work on it, then there are a lot many things, record in writing, take permission of the seniors, then, mount a surveillance,
Yeah.
see to it whether verify the information is right, wrong,
Yes.
because
Yes.
your action can sometimes lead to harassment of genuine people also.
Yeah.
So to avoid that kind of things, pre-check is required, pre-investigation is required. You do all those things, and after that you conduct whatever legal things you conduct.
And see, in that process, when you and your team go, we know that you had a small team, but when you used to go, do you get that adrenal pumping in within you? Because today morning I watched Mission Impossible, the latest movie, and even watching it, makes our adrenal pump up. So when you go on such, what do you say, strikes, does that happen to you? I mean, are you
See,
tense and
for
you,
me,
yeah,
for me, any kind of crime, for me, any kind of opportunity, what I can get to serve my motherland, the more danger, the more riskier operation I enjoy it. And I like to stand in the front and lead in the front for such kind of operations.
so how,
Rest apart, what you see in the movies are completely different. It's not that easy. It's not like such
yes,
glamorous and glossy.
yes,
But at times you don't get food. At times you are in deep, kind of jungle. You are in deep kind of a puddle. You are in, kind of mosquitoes biting you badly.
yeah, yes,
And at times you are being attacked. At times your head is broken. At times your knee is broken.
yes,
At
yes.
times you're abused. At times you're attacked. So it's not that glossy as Tom Cruise does.
Yeah.
I'm sure about it. But yes, adrenaline rush, of course, I have. And in any kind of thing, which requires utmost, dedication and danger, I love that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And,
And
believe me, I find opportunity,
yeah,
to, go ahead and give my life for, serving my motherland.
yes,
I enjoy that kind of thing.
yeah. True Indian is asking you, sir, is public identity on the report of drug menace kept confidential?
100% confidential, yes. Whenever any information is given, that is the prime importance. There are a lot many directions by the Honorable Supreme Court,
Yeah,
by the Honorable High Court. There are a lot many SOPs where the identity of the informer needs to be 100% being protected.
yeah. Zoya is asking, do you meditate, Samirji? Hugely respect how you handle yourself and keep calm and positive in such difficult situations. Tell us your secret, please.
See, unfortunately, to be very upright with you, I cannot lie and tell I do yoga, I do meditation. I don't get any of such time. But I have accepted the one eternal truth of life,
Yeah,
basically. Whenever such kind of threats, whenever such kind of challenges come in front of me, the only question I ask myself is, what is the end of it?
yeah,
Death is the end of it, which everybody has to die. I'm 44 years old right now. How many years I'll live more? 10 years, 15 years. As per the Indian expectancy, 65 years. So only 15, 20 years is there. So why for 15, 20 years I should be, care, scared, or, I should count my steps before I do. No, what the ultimate truth is death. So it
Yeah,
can come anytime.
mm,
Everybody has to face it. So
yeah,
why for 15, 20 years to live more I should be scared of it?
yeah,
So no, ultimate thing is death, and I've completely accepted it. And
yeah,
these kind of acceptance, if you have in your mind, nothing can scare you.
absolutely. Yeah. Sumit is asking, how can we add such rules by adding such judicial in our constitution, especially those which are missing and have highly dangerous impact on us and society? I think he's
Uh,
talking in connection with drugs. Yeah.
See, there is a procedure called as amendment.
Yeah.
So there are a lot many acts which are getting amended.
Yeah.
First, initially in NDPS Act also, I've read also our Honorable Home Minister Amisha ji. So he spoke about amendment of the act. So there is a committee, there is a high level committee which works on the legal implications, changes, looking at the present perimeters of the society. So as per that, the amendments happen, and soon I expect you see the amendments also, which are going to happen, and it will. I'm sure about it. Under Modi ji, there will be zero tolerance on drug, and you will be seeing more stringent activities and acts on these kind of people. But yes,
Yeah.
acts are happening. The amendments are happening. Soon he'll come to see the person who has asked the question.
Yeah. A lot of the people, when you said about age, everybody is wishing you a very, very long life, Samir ji. And the comments are continuously coming. Everybody saying that may you live to be 100 and above.
No, no, 100 is too much. What I'll do? My motherland requires only 60, 65 years, and I've done my bit. So 100 years, I'm not expecting. I'm not interested in living such long.
Kavya is asking, sir, can we expect drug free India soon?
Uh, See the way we have a dedicated leadership. I expect a zero tolerance, and a lot of agencies are doing. And I feel sad, when people criticize people for just an example. There are a lot many YouTube channels in our country, outside the country, and some loose cannons.
Yes.
It's very easy to criticize कि कहाँ आप लोग ग्राम्स पकड़ते हैं, वहां
Ah,
पर एक्स वाई जेड पोर्ट में 3,000 किलो पकड़ा गया
yes.
है,
Yes.
उसकी तरफ ध्यान नहीं. बट आर दे अवेयर कि पकड़ा तो गया है ना? हु हैज कॉट देम? द एजेंसीज हैव ओनली कॉट देम.
Yes.
कि did they leave them? And are they aware of the present status? That agency has already filed the charge sheet. That
Yeah.
agency has got lot many people. You are not interested in reading about it. It's not the mistake of the agencies. You are
Yes.
just interested in reading news about the celebrities and making loose comments against the officers and the agencies.
Yes.
So these are the agencies who have caught them. And kindly take pains rather than blabbering, rather than talking loose comments on your YouTube and podcast. Kindly take pains to find out the present status of the case and then comment.
Yeah. Absolutely. And see, none of them are scared that it can land at their own door. If they have children, it can land at their own door. The same problem can come to them.
Absolutely, it's very easy to criticize sitting in your kashi rooms,
Yeah.
in your AC cabins,
Yes.
and very easy to type through your fingers and criticize. Come on the field, do some national service, and then you talk. Then you have the right to talk.
Yeah. Sameji, another thing that, see, I was listening to a police officer in Kerala who was very sincere police officer, and he was saying that how you should recognize certain signs, when your children are drug addicts, becoming drug addicts. So one of the signs is that they roll, rolled paper, not paper, rupee notes. You can find that in their pockets, and they get up late, and then they are always they don't have bath. So these are some of the habits that you can notice in your children, which should alert you immediately.
See, already I have spoken you regarding the sleep patterns. So
Yes,
it meant that they sleep very late. They
yes,
are up all night. Secondly, it generally when any foreign dirty objects go in your body, there are some chemical reactions. THC, for example, if you have ganja, so that is very bad for your health.
yes,
Secondly, rolling paper, yes, it's called as joint. And
yes,
rolling papers, if you find, so that is being used to sniff cocaine.
Yes,
Plus, if you are consuming weed or hydroponic weed, so rolling paper is used to roll it into it, mix it with tobacco, and after that have it. So yes, these are the signs what generally parents should look after it.
yeah. What happens if unknowingly, see, you go for a party, youngsters go for a party, and in their drinks, they put this, weed or cocaine. How will they make out? How should they be careful about that?
See, there are very different kind of drugs. There are some date rape drugs, what people call it. Also, there are some chemicals also. So basically, the only thing is what we can do is have precaution, not
Yes,
to go to such kind of rave parties, not to trust
yes,
strangers,
yeah,
not to take any drinks which have been offered by any kind of strangers. In fact,
yes,
not strangers also. I've seen friends doing such kind of nonsense
yes,
activities. So we should watch out for kind of friends what we have. See, we
yeah,
cannot, once we do not know, because lot many of these drugs are colorless and odorless also.
yes,
So it there is all probability that can be mixed in any kind of drinks which an innocent person do not know and fall into such kind of trap.
yeah,
So the only thing is that we can take precautions and avoid such kind of groups and avoid such kind of parties.
yeah. There's a viewer called the Caroline who's asking you about Priyanka, who's Sushant's sister. So I would like to answer on his behalf. He cannot comment on that. So that's why, sorry, we cannot take that question from you. There's a question from Kunzru. He's saying, how do you handle the corrupt politicians and dangerous Bollywood that's after you?
The see the only thing is that the Goebbels theory, if everybody knows. So these kind of people, basically they talk loud, and they repeat the false thing again and again to make people believe it is the truth. But what happens is that sometimes they choose the wrong person for doing that,
Yes,
and unfortunately for them, my mother has never taught me to be meek and surrender.
mm,
So they have chosen the wrong person to attack,
yeah,
and I will fight back till my last breath.
yeah,
So let them do
absolutely.
whatever they want to do. My wishes to them: कि try harder to defame me, try harder to put allegations on me. I will give them back.
Yeah. Vidya is asking, sir, here in the UK, they say weed is safe to take.
See, to my friend, I mean Vidya, right?
Yes,
To answer Vidya, any form of drug, be it natural, be it chemical, be it synthetic, be it psychotropic, these are harmful to the body. These are having chemical enzymes. Now, if you're talking about weed, already I have told you we have THC in weed, which is extremely harmful for the body, which
yeah,
is having suicidal tendencies if you try to
yes,
consume it.
yes,
I'm not denying the medicinal part which is used externally. I'm not commenting on that. But if you're consuming it, any foreign object which is harmful for the body, be it natural, be it charas, be it ganja, it is harmful for the body. Period. And there are scientific researches. I don't want to talk about those researches which are trying to legalize such kind of drugs, which are trying to conduct research study for the own benefits, for their business benefits. I'm not commenting on them, but the truth is, and lot many scientific research also says how THC harms effectively and in a bad manner to your body.
yeah. Sumit is saying Samirji is a fighter and he will keep fighting for our society and bring awareness. Hence, we want to see Samirji in a government role, maybe a politician very soon, and attack on justice is attack on our country.
Sumit ji, I would like to, a lot many people are speculating regarding the same thing. And since Meena ji is very dear to me, and I cannot, I always speak, my mind, bedhadak kind of thing on our thing. So regarding this, the entry what you spoke about, see, nobody can predict the future. I also know, I also cannot predict tomorrow what will happen to me. But yes, in any form, be it in uniform, be it in any other kind of form, I have not decided my future as of now. My
Yeah,
only goal,
mm,
which is to serve my motherland. That's it.
yes,
So be it
absolutely.
any form, be it uniform, be it a civilian, in any form, I
Yeah,
would like to do it. And yes, I've not predicted the future, what will happen in the future. I
yeah,
take as a day what it comes in. So
yeah,
neither I can deny anything, neither I can accept anything at this point of time.
yeah. Usma is asking, sir, do you get support from central government?
See, as I stated to you, I have. I would like to answer it rather this way. I have complete trust on the Indian Constitution. I have complete trust in the honorable judiciary. Agar if had they not been instrumental, I wouldn't have been sitting in front of you
Yeah.
and answering your questions.
Yes.
The people whom are fighting, who have put allegations on me, are extremely mighty, very big people in all sense. So I wouldn't have been talking to you had the system not
Yeah.
been so robust and the system had been so supportive, especially the
Yes.
honorable judiciary. Who are I'm not talking to support an individual or something. They are
Yes.
supporting the
Yes.
right cause, and I expect the right things prevail. The
Yeah.
justice prevail.
Yes. Vinny is saying, I have one question. Our neighbors are bringing drugs, sending terrorists often caught by the customs and police. What is your take on Seema Haider? Is it a conspiracy or clearing paths for attacks or for drugs? So I think it's a two-part question, if you'd like to
See, one
answer.
part is if your neighbor is indulging into all these kind of activities, don't tolerate such kind of activities. Kindly approach the nearest police station. If the lower kind of system you think so, or you are having any kind of issues, kindly approach the senior police officers or the law enforcement agencies when such kind of things are consumption and peddling kind of issues are happening. You can definitely approach the nearest police station, or you can approach and take the appointment of the local DCP, who is a senior IPS officer. You can go and approach him. I'm sure about it. He will take cognizance of your complaint and act in a very proper manner, keeping your identity into
Yeah.
confidentiality.
Yeah.
Regarding the second thing, I've been reading the same thing, but I cannot comment because I'm a
Yeah.
sitting officer right
Yes.
now. So commenting on such kind of thing would not be appropriate on my part.
Yeah. So a lot of the people are saying that this session is very good and that Samir ji is a gem of a person.
Hari, thank you very much. Thanks a lot. Thank you for your generosity. But I'm no gem or something like that. I'm just, a normal person who's trying to fight the right thing. Nothing more than that.
Yeah,
Taking brickbats from not many society.
absolutely. And but again, you see, you can say that you have a very huge army by way of public. See,
Absolutely,
yeah,
absolutely.
yeah,
This I'm really witnessing that.
yes, yes. And I'm just looking at the kind of comments, it's just flowing in from everybody who seem to be so much in awe of the kind of work that you are doing, you know.
I see what happens is, just a small anecdote to share with you. I had been to one kind of function where there were women
Mm,
athletes,
mm.
especially doing Malkham.
Yes.
Okay. And there I met one very good athlete, So she was telling, sir, I would like to click a selfie with you. So I
Yes.
told, no, no, absolutely. I would like to click a selfie with you. First thing, you're a woman. Second thing, you're an athlete.
Yeah.
Third thing, you're promoting a national game.
Yes.
And fourth thing, you're a national icon. So,
Yeah.
I need to click a selfie with you. So it's, like that. So I'm
Yeah.
really humbled by the kind of love what people, show, the respect what people show.
Yeah.
I'm too small for that.
DK is saying, Samir sir, customs officers on airports catch medium class people and not upper rich class. Like Bollywood, normal citizens are harassed. Giving my own example, like caught for 150 rupees necklace.
See, DK Sahab, I was the Deputy Commissioner of Mumbai Airport from 2010 to 13. I assure you that if you try to, research on the time what I told, I assure you that I have only followed the land of the law and I have only followed the constitution, and because of which I was not liked by a lot many people, and those repercussions still I am having after spending 17 years of my life in my service.
Yeah.
So my actions at the airport are still being haunted. Not haunted. I enjoy it rather than saying haunted. So we try to do that. Yes, of course, it is not liked by lot many people. Yes, but we try to implement the law, and I try to do my best to do that. I
Yeah.
cannot comment on other people what they do, but if I talk about myself, I try to implement the constitution and the law during that time.
Yeah. DK is also asking, how are stars above law? That this is baffling. Why are we more under Bollywood industry? No laws for them. I don't understand our police or legal system. It's up to you if whether you want to answer this or not.
See, DK Sahab, as said, I cannot comment on any kind of industry or any kind of people. But yes, there is none above the law. Not even me, not even any kind of people. Nobody is above the law. The law is of primus importance for all of us. Uh, at times, you have a lot of difficulties if you try to implement the law, swim against the tide. And I would also like to spread one word through your channel, Meena
Yes,
ji.
yes,
If you are weak-hearted, meek-hearted, and if you really want to implement the law of the land, don't enter civil services.
yes.
You want to enjoy the life, stay away, do your private things. But if you want to really serve your motherland, be strong hearted, be ready for attacks on you, your mother, your father, your sister, your wife, your people, your caste, your religion, your integrity. Be ready for that. And if you are ready, then only enter civil services and then only enter the uniform. Then only wear the uniform.
Zoya is saying, you are our hero in the true sense, Amiji. Wish all government officials were as honest as you are. Our India would be of a different level.
Zoya ji, I would like to assure you, lot many people are there like me, but lot many those people are very fortunate not to be hounded like me. People are doing their job. I'm sure about it in lot many agencies, and I sincerely, hope the younger generation of the officers come and serve Bharat Mata the way what we try to do.
So, Samirji, see, your sons, looking at you, I'm sure, will have the same kind of admiration that you had for your father and mother. So, what is the kind of talk that they do with you?
See,
when,
my son. I have a son and two children.
yeah,
Two small, babies.
yeah,
So my son already I have told him he doesn't have any option rather than wearing a uniform.
yeah,
And I tell him daily. He's also small, so I tell him. I share all the news. I share my criticism to him daily.
yeah,
Okay, boss, you need to be ready for all these things. Be brave to face all these things.
yeah,
Then my children, my small toddlers, 4 years old, 4.5 years old, and unfortunately 2 months before they faced very difficult
yeah,
times.
yeah.
So, but I'm fortunate. Okay, from their childhood they are seeing difficult times. Life won't be very easy and cozy for them. So I'm fortunate they are seeing these things during their start of their life. I'm happy they'll be toughened more. Secondly, I'm for them. I have told Kranti, my wife, uh, iPads and Peppa the Pigs, Tom and Jerry's. Those things are restricted little bit for them, hard for them, but for them every day, they are. I have got some books for them. 200 books I've purchased recently when I'd been to one a place at Nagpur.
Yeah.
So there I'd purchased 200 small books for them. So those books are having small biographies of Rani Lakshmi Bai, then Vivek Swami Vivekanand, Shankaracharya, Prithviraj Chauhan, Maharana Pratap, Adarni Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaji, Tanaji Malasure, Baji Prabhu Deshpande. So 200 heroes they have. Then they are reading. They're very small to read. So Kranti is making them read every night.
Okay.
So I'm trying to make them tough right from start.
Yes.
And the way they are seeing their father fighting these people, so
Yeah.
training to बचपन से हो ही रही है.
Ah.
So they are getting toughened.
Yeah. Samiji, this question has been coming again and again. True Indian is asking, please ask him why the numbers at NCB are not picked.
Sorry, I don't get you, Meena ji.
I think she asked earlier also that when they tried to call the NCB office, they do not pick up the phone.
I mean, I cannot comment
Yeah.
on the, what it is,
Mm.
but you can call up 100 number also 100. You can call and immediately you'll get the response time, and it is very much monitored. So you can call them, or you can call. We have something called as CP Gram. Our Honorable Prime Minister and Home Minister, they have such a robust system. You can write to the CP gram and immediately, no time, you will get a response time. But for bigger issues, I would strongly suggest you call 100 number, and I'm sure about it, you will get a response within 5 minutes.
Yeah. So we can end on this note. Zoya says, Vande Matram, Jai Hind, and Satyame
Vande
Jayate.
Mataram to you
Yeah, all
also.
the best to you, Sameji, for the current
Thank
situation
you
you're
very much,
facing
Meenaji.
and your future.
Absolutely.
Truth always wins, and so will you. So,
Thank you
on
very
the,
much. Thank you and all the best. Vande Mataram to you.
yeah, thank you on this note, and Jai Hind.
Jai.